I know your music sounds amazing, but there's no need to share it with everyone. Please get a pair of headphones. And with that segue, what pair of headphones would I advise to use as a starter music producer or getting into music production? My take would be to get the Sennheiser HD25. They simply are great. These headphones will set you up and running for whatever you need. If you are starting to get into music production, like Avicii used these headphones. If this was enough for Avicii, I believe it could be enough for me and you. So I would definitely advise them. They're great for playing in the club. I haven't tried anything that's better than these. And also, they're great for music production. These are built like a tank. You can throw them in your backpack. You can throw them in your purse. I don't know what you're wearing, but these will hold up. Mine have been holding up since, I don't know, maybe 8 years so far. I used them throughout all college. In my spare time, I was always working, making music. Their response curve is not flat. If you don't know what a response curve is how each headphone sounds a little bit different. These ones are very heavy on the bass, and that's great for DJing. But for music production, probably you will make music that sounds different in other speakers. So what can you do? What I found that works great is to simply learn the response curve and build an inverted EQ that you can place on your master. That way you can sort of flatten them out a little bit. They're not as comfortable, but they will get you through the early stages of music production and DJing until you get more comfortable and get to know, hey, I want to use, more music production catered headphones. I enjoy most of the time working on my laptop speakers or from my studio monitors, which are Yamaha HS5s. All in all, these headphones will get you started. That's pretty much what I can say. I've fixed them so many times. If you buy the Plus version, you will get leather cushions and a coil cable. I have it somewhere stored. They're durable, they're very noise canceling, and it's great that you get to know them. That way, when you DJ, you know how a track should sound. And when you're working on your tracks, okay, maybe this is how my song should sound too. Just get to know them. I know there are other options that I would love to buy. For instance, the Beyerdynamics. They have the 700 Pro X, the classic Beyerdynamic. I remember the name. If you are working on the go, I would always advise go with closed-back headphones, because open-ear designed headphones, well, you will not get the juice out of them because you're working in a noisy environment. Even at home, I don't like using open-air designed headphones. So those are more for like studio people, but I'm not a studio person. I'm always on the go. So nowadays I use my Bose QC headphones. Yeah, just use headphones that you enjoy. I remember a few years back, I sent a message to this DJ and producer. His name is Mayo. He's half of Broiler, and he was making music, and he made a remix from a song from Ed Sheeran, and he was working with V-Moda headphones. And I was like, V-Moda headphones have too much bass. You shouldn't, work on those headphones for music production. And he said, yeah, but I enjoy making music on them. So it doesn't matter if it doesn't sound perfect. You can fix that later. But, to get that initial motion, initial feeling to start working on the song, they're good enough. I used to have the V-Modas, and I moved from the V-Modas to the Sennheiser HD25. And now I have the Austrian Audio, which I mainly use for mixing. And for production, I use my speakers. Yamaha HS5 just work great, and my Sennheiser HD25. If you want an even flatter sound signature, I've heard of SonarWorks, where they have a plugin that basically does what I told you before and compensate the EQ of the headphones so that they sound flatter. Haven't tried it, so I cannot advise them, but yeah, that's pretty much it. The most important part is that you actually enjoy the headphones for production. So if you enjoy listening on them casually, you will probably enjoy working with them, making new music, making the music that you would like to listen. Yeah, don't break your bank if you're starting. Like I mentioned before, these aren't as expensive. I think you can find them for about $125 5. Go out there, use headphones that you enjoy using. No need to get into specialized headphones at that beginning, but if you want to, my first step would be the HD25. I'm also looking into the Atom new headphones. Atom Audio has great speakers, so I'm pretty sure that they would have great sounding headphones, but I cannot speak of headphones that I do not own. And from what I've owned, these would be my go-to. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, thank you so much, and Koala out.